Okay guys, welcome back. Happy New Year. This is the first video we've filmed since the holidays. So it's great to be back. We are really excited. Obviously the new product is coming thick and fast as the last week has been busy.
So much news, tons of reviews getting posted. Instagram's covered in sort of photos from tour players using new stuff.
Impressive. So straight in with Epic Flash. For Shoffley.
Yeah.
And the new irons, I have to say.
You played the Apex
Pro, Yep, those were in his bag as well. But interesting to make a change and obviously hit the ground running.
A bunch of guys seem to do that from TaylorMade. Like Rory had the new M5 and DJ did the same thing. Yeah. They all did it pretty much.
Very adamant at TaylorMade though for the guys to change.
You need to do it.
You see the marquee guys, they do. They all change straight away. So Gary Woodland, interestingly enough, just off topic, was the same thing with a new bag of sticks, a G400 in the bag off with the driver and his new Wilson irons in the bag. So there was, this is one of the fun things about the Tournament of Champions, isn't it? Everyone's got some new gear and you're always trying to kind of peek at what people have been tinkering with. The off season is great for that. So for the guys just to do a little bit of work. So
tell me about what's going on with this. What is the buzz around this technology?
Epic Flash, the Epic sort of branding is back.
Yeah. You like the look of it? I know you don't like green, but ignore that it was green.
I don't like the colour scheme, that's for sure. But
the head shape's nice.
Do I like the head shape? I love the head shape.
Head shape is really nice.
I think the head shape is fantastic. Yeah. I think they are smart to do away with the Sub-Zero, neutral and draw heads that they had in Rogue.
True enough. They
Three separate heads. They don't have that anymore. They just have, Sub-Zero and standard. They have low spin and standard. They have slight fade bias. Well, I suppose with the track at the back, it's
up
not
to you,
so much,
I guess, isn't it?
With the CG being forward, we know that does favour the guys who are looking to eliminate the kind of the hook.
The hook shot, yeah.
Yep. So I'm a fan of what they've done with it.
And so we're looking at advancements. They're trying to get better at off-center ball speed hits again. Yeah. Obviously, jailbreak is back.
Yeah.
What else is going on in this that's a little bit updated?
So we heard about this new face that they had sort of been working on for. We heard it probably back in October, November, that there was something big coming, something really new to the face, and we were all kind of wondering what that would be. And then when we done our little PK session with the Callaway rep, he brings in the face plate, and obviously when you flip it around, and we'll kind of obviously put in the face so you guys can see it. You've probably already seen it, but with the face, with the sort of thicker parts, thinner parts, all designed by artificial intelligence.
Yeah, so that's the part I think that's getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
The sort of AI designed driver face. It's sort of, they've had that technology to some degree in the back before.
Everyone has.
Everyone has it.
So everyone has. So Callaway's technology in the face, they used to call it, VFT was what it was known as, but HyperX was
I remember
that.
Yep.
So that was their version of TaylorMade's inverted cone at the time with the variable face thickness. And the idea being that as you kind of stray away from the centre of the golf club towards firmer parts on the perimeter of the head, the face is thinner.
Okay.
So you're obviously trying to maximise face flexion on the face, but they now have it positioned exactly where you need it based on this artificial intelligence. So it's amazing that when they give you the numbers, they basically put 34 years worth of development into this face.
Is that right?
So that's how many iterations the supercomputer that they purchased or were using was able to basically develop 34 years worth of face iterations.
Interesting. So we've got at least 3 videos planned with this line.
Yep.
We're going to start by hitting the Sub-Zero. I'm going to test it a little bit against my driver, which has been really good.
Yeah.
I think mostly out of that, we're going to try to see how the ball speed matches up and the forgiveness. Then we've got another video plan where we're going to compare it directly with the Rogue from last year, just to see whether it's worth upgrading for people that have a Rogue.
That's going to be what people are very curious about, isn't
sure.
it? Is it an upgrade? What does the upgrade look like? All those sorts of things. And you know, is it worth an investment?
Exactly. And then we've got another one where Alan's going to come in and test the standard model, and you're going to go through a little bit of
Alan.
I am Alan is coming in, and do a little bit of a fitting session with him and get him dialed into it. So
yeah, I think that's the value proposition for you guys is, you know, is we'll test it, we'll tell you what we think of it, we'll do the same as probably what most other people do. We'll tell you about the numbers, if we think it's better, the sound, all those sorts of things. But once you see us fitting with it,
that's what the importance is.
Then you'll see, you know, how it's a little bit different. So we want to make sure we get that done with Al today and get that up this week.
Yeah, so you'll see that this week for sure.
Yeah.
You want to hit this first?
Let's get some numbers from this guy. I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really curious.
All right.
I like the idea, Matty, that not only is flash about the face, I like that they've added the track into Sub-Zero.
Yeah, so that was not previously any adjustability.
Not available. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know if there's many people who are kind of, you know, keying in on that.
Yeah, true enough. It honestly, it looks awfully good. It almost has
sort of a head shape, isn't it?
Sort of a retro look almost, because it looks quite small.
It's very compact. I mean, the color scheme is not obnoxious when you look down on it in the plane profile at all. No. It's just that the sole is not everyone's cup of tea.
No.
But again, customizable from Callaway through their custom platform.
Which I think is probably one of the coolest things that any company does.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I'll 100% I'll order one.
Yeah. If I was to end up getting one, I would 100%. Do that too. I know yours won't be green.
It will not be green.
Different shade of green.
All right, let's have a look.
Hit number 1. Yeah, that's solid.
That's the one. That's the one you're hitting in warm up.
Yeah. Certainly looks pretty low spin.
It is, but that had some launch on it as well.
Yeah, it did.
Not too much residual Christmas turkey on that one.
That I hit better, actually. Surprised to see it curving that much. Won't take much with how low the spin is to curve that. I mean, you're striking that really, really well. And getting a lot out of that distance-wise. So that delivered, I've been messing around with this a bit, taking my lessons. That's a lot of delivered loft for me. And I've been spinning my driver, we'll see it quite a bit. Yeah. So after a couple swings, this seems like it's going to be crazy low spin.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is what it's designed to do, right? That I actually hit probably even a little bit better.
Well, those are about as good as you're going to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those.
I was going to say, I don't know how many more I should really hit. I'm not surprised to see the spin low, but it's interesting you can still get that much launch out of that.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing with it.
Right?
It launches up really well.
And how are they doing that? Like center of gravity wise, I think most people's understanding, at least mine, is I get that it's forward to drop the spin, but if you move it forward, shouldn't that actually bring your launch down?
There's a few different ways you can do it.
Right.
You can get it through a reduction of friction. You can actually get the ball to exit slightly higher. So if you think about when Ping first launched with the G30, then into the G, when they launched the LS Tech, the face roughness was very, very prominent. You could really rub your finger on it. You could really feel the roughness. You know, I've not heard them talk about that, but you can get the ball to exit fractionally higher through reduced friction.
Interesting.
Face flexion. So the way the supercomputer has obviously designed that face plate could potentially be getting more flex at a different part of the head.
Right.
So again, another way. CG being the main thing, obviously the new triaxial crown is a weight-saving technology, so that will bring the CG lower. So it's never one thing. It's often many things.
There's a lot of parts going on there, isn't there?
There's a lot of things. But that's the one thing I think people will notice with this one, that even if your spin is quite low, you won't necessarily hit it low.
No.
Because it will launch high.
No. Okay, so my driver.
Yep.
Let's see how we compare. Pretty well hit. Might have shut it a little bit.
That's a nice flight.
And I'm pretty happy with that.
Very friendly.
I think I swung a little slow though. Yeah, a little bit.
Nice. Come on back. Here she comes. That's another air.
I'm happy with
that.
that.
Long time, that one.
Yeah. That's the flight I've been getting with my drivers. It's got a little bit more hang time.
Yeah, you were saying that a bit higher.
It's nice to see. Yeah, 2400 spin. Yeah, so far it's the spin rate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a very different club to look down at, and the feel of is so different. I don't know how confident people are going to be looking at that head, to be honest, because it looks really small.
And I think cannonball, isn't it?
And just the nature of how low spin it is, I'm just so afraid of getting the face, I guess, open or closed. You just feel like it's going to go offline.
When I was kind of doing a little bit of research on it, it was interesting to hear Callaway compare it to the MOI of Epic, not MOI of Rogue.
Okay, so it's probably not as stable.
I don't think it's probably as stable as Rogue was, but I think they're promising it's a few % more stable than what original Epic was.
Which was kind of the weakness of Epic initially?
Yeah.
Maybe the only real weakness?
Yeah, well, I actually thought Epic was easier to dial in because,
did you,
I did. I think that track is very useful around the back. I really do.
I look forward to we should definitely do a video on that, I think.
Let's hit it again once you're done this. I'll move that weight toe side,
fade?
keep the face a little bit more open, see if we can retain a little bit more loft.
That's a good idea. Okay, let me get a couple more with this. Okay. That's nice. Yep, I would take that one. Definitely a lot more backspin on that ball. 22,
quite high, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, Matty, so as we found with Rogue Sub-Zero last time, you don't do well with that.
It's way lower spin than I need.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And it makes that ball flight becomes, on well hit shots, way too aggressive.
Can really
in the
curve,
curvature, right? So, let's try the standard flash. Weight in the toe. We're going to turn 10.5 into 9.5, open it a little bit. 1 degree of loft change is 2 degrees of face angle change.
Okay.
That should mirror what you've got in your G400.
I was going to say, it should be a pretty similar club.
Very similar.
Okay.
So I think this is probably a slightly fairer test.
Okay. I mean, important to say we got really good ball speeds and everything from the Sub-Zero. That definitely performed well. Yeah. But it would suit someone who really needs spin reduction.
Really needs to spin down, yeah. And there's plenty of people out there who'll be
for sure
excited about that. That's nice. You'll like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one's hit pretty well. So it's still, I mean, the spin is still low, but it's more controlled, it seems.
That one looked like it was manageable. I mean, you know my preference for spin in the low 2s rather than sub 2000. For sure. Yeah. That to me looks really, really nice. That's friendly.
That's a little toe side?
Yeah, but look at it. It's just, that's going to turn into the right side of the fairway.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
So it's not as long as you were with Sub-Zero. No. Sub-Zero was giving you those kind of freakish
it was.
High launch, low spinners that were going out to 345, but you're definitely going to hit, this is going to be more playable for you.
This would be a driver I would actually want to go play golf with.
Yeah.
That's the best of the bunch.
Look at that. I mean, it's so good. It's such a stable flight. It's going to way outfly the last one.
I quite like this, actually. And even just the head shape, to be honest, it's a little longer. It looks a little bit more friendly.
Okay.
That's nice.
Well, I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to establish is this new face technology a game changer?
Yeah.
Can we call it a game changer?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
No, don't think so. It performs quite well.
Performs well. If you get the right one, I think on miss hits, it will really reduce the ball speed loss. Yeah. Which is ultimately what you're looking for. I mean, with the wave pattern on the face, what you're trying to basically get is you're trying to get face flexion where you need it. Yeah. Right. So, when things collide the dominant mass will always move less, right? So, you know, if you hit a block of steel with a golf ball, the golf ball is just going to deform massively, release.
And go back off.
And we've seen with you when you've tested super low compression golf balls, you over compress the golf ball to the point where you don't create as much speed.
Yep.
So that's the thing here. So we're with this face plate technology, what really Callaway are trying to get is flexion in the right speed, the right spot. No different from jailbreak.
Yeah.
So when you know, by binding the top and bottom of the driver, trying to stop frame bulge, trying to increase face flexion. No different, you know, in what they're doing with this face. So there's thicker parts where you can have some more kind of, or you don't need the face to flex as much. There's thin parts where you really need the face to flex. And obviously through machine learning and you know the supercomputer, they found exactly where they need that to be. So that's the theory, and the reality is, you know, it will probably be a few months before we know if it's a genuine technology. Yeah.
Good little intro, nice to see how it performs, and then we'll be kind of following up later in the year with how it's been doing in fits. I'm sure you guys will see it in fits that we film on the channel. That's the true test when it comes down to it.
Guys, I really want to get that message across. With any of these videos we do over the next 3-4 weeks, leading into the PGA show and around that time, please don't take this as the absolute reason to go and buy something, because we'll be back to you in March, April time once we've had hundreds of customers through the door and we've really tested Epic Flash against M5 versus, you know, 410 by Ping versus TS by Titleist versus F9 by Cobra. Once we've put them all together against one another, we'll really genuinely be able to tell you then what's going on. Right now, these are product introductions and an introduction to the technology.
Definitely.
Don't take it for more than that. That's really what this is.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
You know?
Yeah. So let's stop it there. And next video, we're going to get the Rogue out.
Yeah.
See how those two stack up. I think that'll be useful for people that maybe have a Rogue or they're shopping for a Rogue. Yeah. See if it's worth holding off for a little bit, or if maybe the performance is similar enough.
For sure.
All right.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Guys, let us know if you've been out and tried it, if you've had a chance to go out and hit it over the last week or so that everyone's sort of had it in store. Yeah. I know it's kind of still pre-release and everyone's just getting it into the stores. We just got it in last week, so might not be many of you have tried it. You're probably just catching these videos for the first time as we kind of gather ourselves after the holidays. So hopefully this gives you a little idea as to what's going on. Lots going on, guys. The next couple of weeks is going to probably be the busiest we have ever been on the channel.
For sure. Tons of videos.
Do not miss it. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the little bell, which gives you, you can subscribe and set your notifications so you actually get an alert when we have a new video out.
Comes up on your app. Yeah,
make sure you do that because you're not going to want to miss what we've got coming over the next few weeks.
Absolutely.
We're PGA show bound. We've got so many stuff. We had a meeting this morning talking about that. If we're excited about it, hopefully you guys will be pretty excited about what we've got.
Awesome. Yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, excellent. Guys, it's great to be back. Great to have you back with us, and we'll see you again soon.